My name is Jablan Gobane. I'm a park manager for Hluhluwe-Mfolozi Park. I've started in this park in 2000 as a young man. I was in charge of the rhino security, specifically for Mfolozi. And then I've been a section ranger here, and then I came back as a park manager. Now I'm in charge of the whole park. You'll remember just before 1895 that there was a hunting that took place in Mfolozi, and that hunting was for a black rhino. And then it shocked the hunter to find out that actually it was a white rhino. It was only then the former Zululand administration, they realized that there were some rhinos that were still left in the park. Then they protected this area, and they wanted to protect that species specifically. And then immediately after that, they've done a count, and then plus or minus 35 rhinos were around during that time. And it was believed that there were no white rhinos, southern white rhinos in the past before. And that was a milestone in our side in terms of bringing the southern white rhino from the brink of extinction to more than 20,000 in our days. So that's how significant Hluhluwe-Mfolozi Park is. And even in the present days, you remember that we have distributed rhinos all over the world. So each and every southern white rhino that you see in the world today come from this park. That's what we can do best here in South Africa, conservation. And rhino conservation, we've been doing that more than 117 years. We've got experience, we love the job we do. And we like for all of our people from the world to come and witness the iconic animals that we manage. But on a personal note as well, each and every rhino in this park have got a different personality. But you will find out when you work with the animals, when you know them better, you can see that today is happy, is playing, and you can see today is sad. So we've got that personal connection as well, but at a global scale, you can, as you know, South Africa is minerals and tourism. So that's what fuel or propel our economy. So it's not only critical on the conservation side, but on the social side as well. You know, people will ask that how protecting rhinos help in terms of protecting other species in the park. What we realized after 2011 that there were species like Impala and Inyala, because we're protecting rhinos, we realized that it diminishes in terms of incidents of Inyala and the Impala getting killed. It's normally close to zero. So the effort that we put into rhinos, it's helped a couple of species. So because we deploy technology, we deploy foot on the ground, we deploy a couple of things that intensify the battle or on the field, which is not easy and a little bit dangerous or not viable for people to risk their life for Impala or Inyala. So we find a correlation in terms of protecting the rhino and protecting other species as well. Many people will ask why funding is needed in Hluhluwe-Mfolozi Park. Why do we need funding for ABCD? Statistics speaks for itself. Because of funding that we have received from Save Rhino International and under donors, we've managed to reduce last year at some stage to reduce rhino population in this park by 63%. And when you compare last year and then which is 2013 and 2012, because of the funding we received and intervention we've implemented, we've managed to reduce the rhino population by 23%. And because we don't want the syndicate to be ahead of the game in terms of equipment, in terms of training, in terms of modus operandi, whatever the case may be, we need to be 2 steps ahead. You cannot be 2 steps ahead if you don't have enough equipment. You cannot be 2 steps ahead if you don't have up-to-date training. You cannot be 2 steps ahead if you don't have funding. That's how funding fits in the species. And the funding that is implemented is used to save the animals that are protected in this park. So to me, it's a viable option. Help a ranger, save a rhino.